Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another story time. This is the story time of an undercover hater I didn't even know I had. I feel like every girl has to have a story like this, like especially in high school, because y'all, we don't even be knowing, but they be there. Now, I've had a couple of those in my lifetime. It happens to the best of us, it happens to all the real ones. But this particular girl was in high school. Well, it started in high school. This was a girl I've never in my life had a conversation with in person. And we just gonna get into it, y'all. So this story is gonna be like 3 parts, okay? I don't know why I put a 5 up. It's gonna be 3 parts. It's gonna be the 2 instances and then the 1 instance that happened when I found out like she was an undercover hater. I didn't even know what was going on, okay? So once upon a time, I was in high school. I'm 21 years old right now. I know I look like I'm in high school, okay? I know that, but I'm not. Y'all know in high school, y'all just like follow anybody back, add anybody back. When I was in high school, Snapchat was real poppin'. I don't even have Snapchat anymore. But like you just add anyone you recognize from school back. So I remember one time this girl added me on Snapchat and I just added her back, I think because I recognized her name, you know, whatever. And I promise all of this is for context for the story to make sense. So this girl was white. I am a PWI black girl, okay? I grew up PWI, if you don't know what that means, predominantly white institution. Basically just means there wasn't a lot of us around, right? It's been my whole life, okay? Normal, right? So I've been an activist before I even knew what activism meant, okay? Like it was just in me. Like I joined BSU in high school, which is Black Student Union. Anytime I seen some kind of injustice, I would post about it, whether it's black rights, gay rights, whatever. Like I've been that before you black square hoes.
Damn right I support it.
No shade. And so I remember this day was no different. Like there was a story going viral on Instagram that was getting like a lot of attention, and it was this kid who got murdered really brutally and no one really helped him, and he was black, but more specifically he was Afro-Latino. And the internet really makes my head hurt when they don't understand that term. So many of y'all on the internet don't understand the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality. So I'm gonna break it down for you real quick. Pause in the story time. I'm a black woman, so that's my race. My ethnicity is African American because I don't know my country of origin. You feel me? I got ancestors that were taken. And then nationality, American, because I was born in America. So if you don't understand Afro-Latinos, their race is black and their ethnicity is whatever country that they're from or that their family's from. Okay? Back to the story. I forgot, y'all, the undercover hater, we gotta give her a name. We're gonna call her Mary, okay? So I make this post, like bringing attention to the case, being like, this is crazy, like this is the reality of like how they treat black people, black children in America. And why did Miss Mary slide up? She slid up on my story. Okay, no big deal. Big deal is what she said. She gonna slide up here talking about like, why are you making this about that? And also blah blah blah, like the victim, he's not black. I said because it is about that. If he was a white boy or something like that, people probably would have cared more and been jumping to help him. And I was like, and also he is black. Like just because his ethnicity is something different, he's Afro-Latino, like it's a fact. Y'all, why did this white woman go back and forth with me about the fact that he's not black? Not back and forth for too long because I blocked her, but she was just up here being like, no, that's this and that's that. Like, y'all, mind you, I've never had a conversation with this girl ever in real life or in person. Like, to me personally, when I see stupid stuff or stuff that I think is stupid on the internet, I'll just unadd you. Like, I'm not about to argue with you because we argue over text. I'm gonna want to see you in real life. Like, I can't do it. But I'm like, girl, I don't even know you. Like, why are you sliding up telling me this? And also, you're loud and wrong. You're loud and wrong. You don't understand the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality. Girl, that's not my problem. Read a book. And so in the middle of her like talking all this, just telling me how I'm wrong, I just went at her because, girl, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? That was my first instance with Miss Mary, okay? First instance. Second instance from this girl trying to argue with me about that, I feel like the next instance is very predictable, y'all. So for about a year and a half in high school, I had this cute little friend group of black girls. Like, we found each other. I found them in BSU, and they were real cool. Mind you, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but this girl was a grade older than me, and actually so were all my friends in the friend group. We had a cute little friend group. We were all black except one girl, Kiana. She was so cool. But anyway, so we are just chilling at our table. You know, what you do in high school, you just talk the whole lunch, like, you know. And I see Mary in my surroundings. Like, she's just talking to people, whatever. Like, she's at a table, like, kind of close to us. Why I hear her joking with her friends. Mind you, she's one of those girls in high school that's obnoxious. Like, honey, why are you yelling at 7 a.m.? Like, she was like so loud. Y'all know how loud the courtyard is when you're in high school, and like we could still hear her, whatever conversation she had, yelling, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, I hear a racial slur come out of that white woman's mouth. Wait, hold up. And mind you, there's black people in that group. I swear there was at least like one black guy in that group too. And also, she was dating a black guy, right? She was actually dating this black guy that I know. And me and all my friends just like jerk our head to see who said that. Like, if we heard that right, or if that was the guy. Like, what? So we like whip our head, and yeah, she's just like, you can kind of hear some people get like quiet, like everybody else trying to figure out if that's what they just heard too. And she's just like, huh. Like, she just tries to like play it off, and like her friends just don't hold her accountable anything. And listen, back then I was like 16, 15 years old. Now I'm 21. I don't care about nothing. Like, if that was me now, I would be like, don't let me hear you say that again. Or what? Yeah, like, cause no, especially I'll have a little more backup because now you people care after the little black square moment. But imagine back then, like, if you grew up PW as a black girl, like, back then I probably would have had no support. People would have probably been like, oh, it was just a joke, like, just chill. But me and my friend group just like, and we kind of just move on with our day, like, huh? What was that? And we're all just like, ew. Like, my friends who were in her grade and knew her more, like, already kind of had that thing where they said they already, like, thought she was hella annoying, so it wasn't surprising to them either. And I think I probably already told them about what happened on Snapchat, so it was just like, all right. And I know some of y'all might be shocked by this, but I promise you, if you grew up PWI, instances like this are so normal. Like I said, I would not handle that. I wouldn't just give her a look to this day, but that's how I handled it when I was a kid. So those were the two instances, the only instances I had with this girl, okay? I never had a class with her. I've literally never really spoken to her in my life. And why would I want to after those associations? The closest connection I had to her was the guy she dated, which is just someone I knew that I went to school with like a long time. Wasn't my friend, but just he was someone I knew. That's all I knew her as. The annoying girl that dates blah, blah, blah. So y'all, fast forward to college. I went to college not too far from my home area. It was like half an hour away. A lot of people from my high school went to this college. And so I meet this girl who's like from the same county. She's like my college bestie. Watch Fake Friends Storytime. I already got a story time on her and how that ended. But at the time, she was like my bestie in college. She was like my road dog. She had a car. She'd be like, you want to go here? You want to go there? Like, we would have sleepovers. It was good vibes. So at this point, y'all, it's probably almost the end of my freshman year in college. And mind you, the way I actually got connected to this girl was I was actually friends like with her boyfriend at one point in high school. They started dating in high school and they were still together. But she went to a different high school. I didn't meet her in college. Like her boyfriend that was my friend in high school actually was like, "Oh, Alicia's cool. She's going to that school, like blah blah." And we connected and we became really cool. So we were never friends or crossed paths in high school because like I said, she went to a different high school. What are we gonna call this friend? We're gonna call her Tiana. So Tiana is my friend, my college bestie. I think it's a different name from what I gave her in the last story time, but whatever. Because Tiana knew a guy who went to my high school and she dated him for I don't know a year or two. She used to be like at the games and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, cool." So sometimes we used to talk. Like she knew a couple people from my high school even though we didn't go to high school together, if that makes sense. So one day, we're sitting in the car. We're sitting in the car chatting. And she goes, "Hey, do you know Mary?" I was like, "Mary?" Which I said, y'all, is the girl from those two instances I just explained. I'm like, "Yeah, like I don't know her, but like she went to my high school." And she's like, "Oh my God, I have like such a funny story. Like, when my boyfriend put me on to being friends with you, I actually knew her because like her boyfriend played football too. So sometimes when I would come to your school to watch the games, she would be like the girl I would like hang out with." And I was like, "Oh." Y'all, why does Tiana tell me? Like when Mary saw me start posting with you, going everywhere with you, she slid up and she was like, "I would watch out for Alicia." She's like, obviously, because I'm a real bitch and anyone would be happy to be friends with me. She's like, "What? Like, why?" And she's like, "Oh, I just think she's really fake and I don't like her. Like, the instances I had with her, I just think she's so fake. And I just really don't think," like, she said she was just in there convincing her that you shouldn't be friends with Alicia. She's kind of, y'all, a white woman who argued with me about the definition of race and uses racial slurs tried to convince someone else that I was the problem. I just I can't make this up, y'all. I can't make it up. I'm like, "Are you serious?" She's like, "Yeah." And I mean, I just took what she said with a grain of salt. I was like, "Oh, well, we're cool now." And she's like, "Okay, girl, well, I'm just letting you know." And mind you, the girl, Tiana, that I'm friends with is black too. So I'm like, "Oh, well, did she tell you that she uses racial slurs? And did she tell you about this?" And she's like, "Oh my God, like, I didn't know that." Like, I don't know. I just knew her on a very surface level. Like, she would just be someone I sit with and like the girl who's nice to me. I was like, "Oh, okay, well, she should tell you about that."
I know about white people too. Like when they talk, they say the whole word like this.
And yeah, guys, it was just so comical. It was so comical. Like, what are we actually talking about? What is my life? What is my life? That's a true story, y'all. That is a true story of how I found out I had an undercover hater who hated me because I didn't appreciate that she uses racial slurs and tries to argue with me about what race is. PWI life, am I right? Y'all, comment if you've ever found out that you had an undercover hater that was such a surprise to you, because, baby, I didn't even know what to say. Like, we just laughed about it after that. And also comment if you have any funny little experiences growing up PWI too, because y'all, I could literally make a whole video about the stuff that has been said to me, the things people have done to me as a black girl who grew up PWI. I literally might make my experiences, because this is just one of many, into a whole video. But yeah, guys, that's my life. I mean, this happened. I'm 21. This whole thing was, like I said, starting high school, ended around when I was like 18. So yeah. Thank you guys for listening to this story. If you enjoyed this story, I have a story times playlist with Lots of videos, lots of silly little coincidences, so go check that out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel because I'd love to hear back from y'all. And yeah, thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!